Yeah, I put that one there.
I don't know if I want you to like just insert that atmosphere. Yeah, so what's up, dude?
Hey man, how's it going? All right, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, we've known Daisy for a while. Yeah. Our, my nephews are twins. They went to Century with him.
That's great.
Small world.
Yeah, like I said, make sure it's small. Get a different state.
Right.
That's great. So you know some of the girls on the team?
Yeah, well, usually my daughter
You know, it's just like you said, some of these are just quick notes to say like throughout the day for the sponsor.
My son's girlfriend.
When do you want us to go?
Let's go down and start setting up.
Should be a good one.
Yeah.
Am I heading down there with them?
Yeah,
Oh, did you want me for this? Or?
I forgot what our last conversation was. I mean, it doesn't matter though. You're right, no black and white down there. Yeah, I mean, you guys have the same shirt on, but it doesn't matter, man. But dude, here's the mic.
Oh.
Hey, it's a big one,
You
man.
guys go down there and get your position. Is it on?
Hot. Beer party. Hot. We're gonna be right here.
Oh yeah. So all the right here. Then you go down and turn back on. We're live right now. Here. You just do a quick introduction. Okay. Thanks, buddy.
I have passion for you.
We'll hit it during a break. It's like a homecoming. You'll be here. John, have you met Dustin? Yeah. John Turpak. Yeah, I've seen him at well, go sit. Thanks.
Coming to you live tonight, it's Todd Edwards, joined in the broadcast booth by my broadcast partner, John Turpak. I mean, you kind of feel like we're running for office here, meeting people here at Dallastown, a neutral site game tonight for the YAIAA County Championships as York Suburban plays Spring Grove, a battle of undefeateds tonight with Sports Shooting Stars. John, are you looking forward to tonight's matchup?
I'm really excited about this matchup. You've got two undefeated teams, as we talked about prior to the warm-ups. Number 1 and number 3 in the state for AAA, number 1 and number 2 in the district. So as we also talked about, one of these teams is going to walk away from tonight with their first loss of the season. So I'm very excited.
And the other team's going to walk away with the YAIAA championship medal tonight. And don't go anywhere post-game because we're going to be down here on the hardwood interviewing the winning team and just kind of soaking up the atmosphere. We've had the pleasure to do it for the county boys championship game and girls, but tonight it's all about the girls volleyball game. Some players to keep an eye on tonight for York Suburban. It starts really with Ileana Rogers, a D1 commit going to Sacred Heart University, and also Zoe Haynes.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about Suburban is they have a lot of offensive weapons. They have a lot of height. As far as matchups go, this is a great matchup for both these teams. Suburban is definitely one of the teams that should have the firepower to be able to beat Spring Grove. They've kind of flown under the radar a little bit, Todd. As you know, everyone's been talking about Spring Grove and the phenomenal season they're having. But York Suburban is right there with them. This is going to be a fantastic matchup with those two girls.
Yeah, settle in, get your bottled water, popcorn, and maybe you even want to turn on the fireplace tonight. It was a little chilly. I'm kind of glad we're inside the cozy confines of Dallastown High School Gymnasium tonight. Very comfortable. Don't go anywhere tonight. Conversely, Spring Grove, they're led by the Wolf twins, Haley and Nevaeh, who, by the way, are going to the University of Tampa to play beach volleyball. So from the hardwood to the beach volleyball, and if you know anything about volleyball, I'm a recreational athlete. It's tough playing in the sand. How about it?
It is. Fortunately, the court's a little smaller, but playing two-man or two-person volleyball is very, very challenging. Fortunately, the girls are twins, so maybe they've got a little bit of a connection, maybe above and beyond just the having played together for so many years from their youth all the way up through their senior season.
And it's interesting, I had a chance to talk pregame to both coaches, Liz Ziegler for Spring Grove and Sonia Geyer from York Suburban. Neither one of them have yet to win a county championship. Well, tonight, one of them will be walking away with a medal tonight. It's going to be exciting. John.
Yeah, I agree. I had no idea about that, Todd. I would have guessed that Spring Grove hadn't won one in the past, but it shocks me that the dynamic duo of Sonia Geyer and Amanda Schauk at Suburban haven't won yet. So this is going to be a great opportunity for both teams.
And let's talk about that coaching staff for Suburban. A lot of years in volleyball with Amanda Schauk and Sonia Geyer. Do you care to tell the viewers a little bit about that?
Well, I go back with them a long way. My oldest daughter, who's now 24, played for them when she was 11 or 12 years old. So I just know a lot about those ladies. They put their heart and soul into the program. Both of them were great volleyball players. And I'm really excited to see how they can motivate their girls, hopefully, to compete with Spring Grove and may the best team win.
No doubt about it. And over on Spring Grove side, Liz Ziegler, I'm familiar with her. She's coached club volleyball at Ballyhoo. Really, some people would say a volleyball lifer as well. Liz Ziegler, a very successful coach with Spring Grove. It's going to be a great matchup, just not the players, but the head-to-head coaching matchup in tonight's championship game here.
Yeah, and I'll add to that also Sammy Strasbaugh, who's an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Arguably probably one of the best players to ever come out of York County, Division I player. She brings a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge to the Spring Grove bench as well. And being youthful, probably a little bit of energy, and maybe Spring Grove will need that tonight against a very
relatability to the
absolutely,
players. Exactly.
Absolutely.
I want to make mention, Cade Visuals is here, Cade Burnett. He'll be putting it together. I'm sure another great video montage that John and I share. But I'm being flagged now by Dew. Dew Jones is in-house tonight, working behind the camera tonight, and he's waving me down. He wants to talk and remind our viewers a little bit about the sponsorships that are taking place tonight, because without sponsors, we couldn't bring the game to you as we do each week. And we don't have just one game, but 2 games this week. We're going to be at Central this Friday for the York High at Central boys football game.
That's another one I'm looking forward to, Todd.
And with that, our sponsors for tonight's game include Bob and Terry Orman. Bob and Terry Orman are grandparents of Miley Orman, who plays for the Spring Grove Rockets girls volleyball team, number 19. They owned a business in Hanover from 1982 to 2010 called the Betting Connection Plus Incorporated. Terry taught French at Spring Grove from 1971 until her retirement in 2004. Miley comes from a very athletic family. Her dad played baseball for the Southwest High School Mustangs as well as college ball. Her mom was an outstanding volleyball player for the Colonials at New Oxford. Watching the game from North Carolina, hello. I'm sure it may be a little warmer down there in North Carolina. But John, I'll turn it over to you. S3 Performance Training. Why don't you tell them a little bit about another sponsor here for tonight's county championship?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Todd. Obviously, we've been sponsors. I say we. I'm the owner of S3 Performance Training. We've been working with you guys for several years now. Started off with our relationship with football, transcended to basketball, and we've been really excited as of late to be a little bit more involved in other sports with you guys like volleyball, for example.
I mean, this is our second game. Looking forward to volleyball, and you train all types of athletes, right?
We do. We actually work with girls on each of these teams, not only through the Ballyhoo Club program, but individually. You mentioned Eliana Rogers, the D1 commit from
Sacred Heart, Connecticut.
From Suburban. A couple of the girls, including a very young and talented sophomore, Mackenzie Boyer from Spring Grove. So we're excited to see all these girls play, watch them on the court. We've already seen them work hard in the gym.
Yeah, we're going to run down the rosters before tonight's first serve here, which is tentatively set for 7 p.m. Also, another sponsor tonight, Thad Shaw of Cyber Safari. His daughter plays for the Central York Panthers volleyball team, and he's a huge supporter of Central Panthers program. Cyber Safari is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business founded in 2017. Cyber Safari is owned and managed by military vets who believe in solving our clients' difficult problems. As a trusted solutions provider, Cyber Safari delivers reliable support services to clients, to private and commercial businesses. Visit them at cybersafari.us or contact them at info@cybersafari.us. Also, Schmuck Lumber Company, another sponsor for tonight, a first-time sponsor. Chris Watson, Schmuck Lumber Company, has been serving York and Adams County since 1852. Yeah, you heard that right, 1852. Before the Civil War days, providing lumber and building materials to local contractors in both residential and commercial building applications. They offer installation services to the homeowner and have 2 showrooms, one in Hanover and one in Gettysburg. And there's our sponsors for tonight. I'm kind of winded. I may need a little break after all this. And we're going to run through our sponsors through the course of tonight's match, featuring Spring Grove, who come in here with a 20-0 mark. York Suburban, 19-0. A battle of undefeateds, John. Why don't we make our way up to the broadcast booth and settle in?
Sounds good. Thanks, Todd.
Okay. Yep. Oh, yeah.
I saw it. Yeah, over at Central. Thanks, guys. 1852 before Civil War.
You look so young.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, my broadcast partner John Turpak, we made it back in the broadcast booth, and we're meeting some sponsors that are actually in-house here from Schmuck Lumber, and a nice crowd has settled in here at Dallastown High School Gymnasium. We mentioned Dude Jones operating behind the camera tonight. We may make an occasional cameo appearance today. How about it, Dude?
Yes, I may.
He's our football, basketball guru. He's also a heck of a cameraman. Thanks, Stu.
Oh, yeah, and John coming in tonight to do a little volleyball action. John, your background in volleyball, you mentioned it earlier. Your daughters play volleyball. You've seen it firsthand up close.
Yeah, you know, I had the luxury of following my daughter around through the club years. I played myself in the late 80s at Central York High School. The game has changed a little bit from back then. I mean, we did side-out scoring back then. It's, of course, rally scoring now. We had defensive specialists. We didn't have liberos. And back in the day, you couldn't hit the top of the net with the serve, Todd. I ran a lot of laps for that. I just want to point that out.
Under Coach Brad Livingston back in the day.
Well, Brad took over after the legendary coaches who I played for, Bruce and Barb Kohler. Who are, of course,
in the Classic.
Yeah, Pennsylvania State Hall of Fame, some of the best coaches probably in the country. I had the pleasure of playing for them, 3 years varsity back row specialist.
And Brad Livingston, the longtime Central football coach there.
Brad got me started in volleyball. I was a football player as well at Central. We didn't have other sports like lacrosse, like my son played at Central. So Brad, at the end of the football season, started recruiting the football players to play volleyball. I think I was the only one, so I played with a bunch of basketball players and other guys. Had some good teams back in the day, a couple of district medals, a couple of state medals.
And speaking of medals tonight, York Suburban or Spring Grove will walk away with a medal tonight as YAIAA county champions tonight, and they've earned it here. Tonight, York Suburban defeated Southwestern Saturday. I was at that match. And then last night, they defeated your alma mater, Central York Panthers, to arrive here at the finals here at Dallastown.
They did, a very convincing victory. Looks like we're getting ready for the lineups and national anthem.
Doesn't matter. Wherever you're more comfortable. I'll probably be right here though.
We're awaiting player introductions, as my broadcast partner John Turpak mentioned. We are moments away here from first serve at Dallastown High School. Kind of interested to see tonight, John, as we lead into tonight's match. Who has more fans here? Will it be Central, will it be York Suburban or Spring Grove tonight? And it's a full house here, at least on the side we're broadcasting here on the hard cam side.
I guess we'll know by the noise level. I'll say that there's probably also a lot of other folks here from other schools, maybe some of the teams that lost in the semifinals. They're just really excited to see the ridiculous amount of talent that both of these teams bring to the table.
We'll take it to the MC here at Dallastown.
Now let's meet the starters for this evening's match. First, let's begin with the starting players for the visitors from York Suburban. Junior, number 2, Madeline Trimmer. A senior, number 9, Eliana Rogers. A senior, number 10, Grace Hare.
a fantastic rendition of our national anthem here as we are just moments away from first serve here, John, and you can kind of sense a little bit of the excitement here. The student sections have moved in here to the gymnasium at Dallastown, and it's a small gym, but it should be rather loud and vocal tonight.
Absolutely. I'm excited myself, Todd. I'm looking forward to the start of the game. Looks like Spring Grove brought a little bit of a larger student section.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They're rather vocal to get things started here. Starters for Suburban on the court: Trimmer, Shiflett, Rogers, Hare, Titter, Sargent, and Stockton. Conversely for Spring Grove, Brandt, Rowland, the Wolf Twins, Zedek, Ormond, and Boyer are your starters to kick things off here. First set, as Anna Titter gets ready for her first serve here, John.
Here we go.
A junior for York Suburban who come into this match with a 19-0 mark. Spring Grove 20-0, the battle of undefeateds. This is really, I think, what volleyball fans in the area wanted to see, the battle of undefeateds. They get to their chance tonight with Sport Shooting Stars, and we're underway. There, and a 1-0 lead right now for the Trojans, John. Big block there in the middle by McKenna Stockton.
I like the use of the back row set right out of the gate.
And 2-0 right now off the hands of Mackenzie Boyer. And rather quickly, the Trojans are up 2-0, dude.
I've noticed with high school volleyball, there's a lot of momentum shifts, a lot of energy. I'm sure Spring goes up to the challenge. They just need to get one pass right here, Todd.
The set by Maddie Rowland, and a kill and in by Mackenzie Boyer, and she's making her presence felt here.
Absolutely. Spring Grove utilizes two very talented sophomores. Mackenzie's one of them, and in the back row, you have Macy Baum.
Exactly, two sophomores for Spring Grove, getting valuable experience because they'll be around for the next 2 years for the Lady Rockets.
Yes, they'll reload that program.
There's Ileana Rogers with her first kill, the D1 commit attending Sacred Heart University. The Pioneer is back at the end line for the serve here with a 3-1 lead, Trojans, John.
Yeah, and Coach Geyer knows how to use her. She will hit out of every position. That was out of the middle. She'll hit back row, opposite side, as well as strong side.
She plays all 6 positions in rotation and does not come out for the Trojans. On that outside position close to us, Zoe Haynes, a left-handed swing. Something unusual. You don't see that too often, John.
Yeah, and she's got some size, too. I think if she gets the right set, you're going to see her rip some balls.
She's a senior for York Suburban, looking very closely at Westchester University.
Fantastic. Nice pass.
And in, the kill shot there from Mackenzie Boyer. 2 kills for Mackenzie Boyer as she goes back to the end line to serve for the Lady Rockets.
Both these teams have so much talent, it's hard to really focus in on one hitter. So hopefully we'll see some really good volleyball today, and we'll see the ball spread around.
And that's out, just past the end line. Service error there for the Lady Rockets. And back to serve for York Suburban, Amanda Sargent, a senior for this undefeated ball club.
Just missed the corner.
Nevaeh Wolf, one of the 2 twins, Haley and Nevaeh Wolf, attending the University of Tampa to play outdoor beach volleyball next year. Yes, Haley Wolf was our player of the game at Central earlier in the year. A 6-2 lead for the Trojans. Nice dig into the net, still alive, John.
That's a very smart play to pick that ball up after the net hit.
And a block. Misread that play a little bit.
Yeah, just a little confusion, I think, on where setter Grace Hare wanted to put that ball.
Yeah, that's Zoe Haynes along with number 10, Grace Hare. You mentioned earlier Grace Hare, a great setter for this Trojan ball club.
It's her first year setting. I have to say I'm very impressed by her. She also brings a lot of height. A lot of times you'll see schools will have a smaller setter. In this case, Coach Geyer and Schalk identified her. She has soft hands. She's got the height, so there's no issues with her blocking on this side.
Yeah, you notice from our vantage point the height on both teams here, York Suburban and Spring Grove.
Tight. Hit the antenna.
Hit the antenna. That'll be Spring Grove's point. And now just down by 1 right now. York Suburban clinging to the lead right now, 6-5. Kylie Orman serves out. Service error there, and it'll be York Suburban's point. And a back-and-forth matchup, kind of what we expected, John, tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of adrenaline going on right now too, Todd, obviously. So you're getting a little bit more distance out of the serves than maybe these girls are looking for.
Julia Shiflett back to serve for York Suburban.
Good pass.
And a kill there by number 4, Haley Wolf, our former player of the game. And you give Haley Wolf the opportunity, along with her sister, and conversely on York Suburban side, Ileana Rogers, they'll take this game over if given the opportunity, John.
Absolutely. 3 of the best players in the state.
The left swing there by Zoe Haynes. Block.
Great defense.
Out of bounds there. That was out.
It's a good line shot. Unfortunately, it was about a foot out of bounds.
I want to remind the fans we have 4 officials in tonight's game, and at the playoff level, typically it's a school representative on the sidelines, but not tonight. All YAIAA officials for the county championship. As Madeline Trimmer's back to serve, Spring Grove. And their number 10, Grace Hare, the kill, and gives York Suburban a 3-point lead, 6-9 here in the first set.
Smart shot for her to find that deep corner as well. It's a nice roll.
And notice the good teams seem to find that placement in the back row, John.
Yeah, good players, well coached, both teams.
And a block at the net by York Suburban. And a block by, still alive, John. And out. That will be Spring Grove's point.
Great hustle play.
You know, I have some viewers that have tuned into some of these games for the first time. They're used to watching football and basketball. They told me there's a lot of excitement with girls volleyball.
There is. I know how excited Dew was that first time you guys did the Spring Grove Central game.
Little tapper by Ileana over the net. Still alive, and it's out of bounds. It will be Suburban's point. 10-7 right now. York Suburban as Grace Hare's back to serve.
That was good vision by Rogers to find that corner again and just push it in there. Oh.
And a service error there. It's
little miss
not
hit.
the type of points you want to give up here. How about it, John?
No, not the easy ones,
Yeah,
especially as this game goes on.
Make the team work for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's Ileana with a swing. And a point goes to York Suburban.
It's tough to stop a dominant hitter like that who's hitting over the top. That went right off the fingers of the block. She's got good vision. It's going to be tough to stop through this match.
Yeah, again, one of the players to keep an eye on for York Suburban, number 9, Ileana Rogers. Net there, and it'll give another point to York Suburban. And for fans that may just be tuned in, not familiar with it, we go to 25 in the first 4 sets. If there's a 5th set, we play to 15.
Yeah, and got to win by 2.
Kenzie with a hit over the net. Ball still alive, John.
Excellent cover defense.
Out of bounds. Good vision. Good.
Very good eye.
Way to see that. Out of bounds. It'll be York Suburban's ball. And a 5-point lead right now for York Suburban as Anna Titter is back at the end line to serve. There's a dump there. Grove's point there, John.
Maddie Rulin's doing a nice job running the offense. Really spreading it around. It was a nice shot.
Back to serve for Spring Grove. Nevaeh Wolf. It's the ball over. Big swing there. And a kill. As Ileana Rogers will be back to serve for York Suburban. Quite the athlete. I know you're familiar with her with S3 performance training as well. Just not a volleyball player, but spends her time inside the gym as well.
She does. She's committed to it. She realizes that's what she's going to have to do when she gets to the Division I college level. So it's nice to see her practicing that, prior to going college next year.
And a block in the net there, and out of bounds. A block there by Amanda Sargent goes out of bounds. It'll be Spring Grove's point. Out comes Mackenzie Boyer. In comes Macy Baum. You mentioned the other sophomore. The two sophomores on this varsity squad for Spring Grove.
Great short serve, too, by Macy. For people that don't watch volleyball, Todd, as you know, with your daughter, a lot of times the coach will tell them where they want to serve. They have positions 1 through 6, so there is some strategy in terms of serving. Serving in the net's not one of those strategies,
no,
but
we mentioned that.
Absolutely.
Easy points, don't want to give up easy points.
Depending on how the defense lines up in serve receive, they'll either drop it short or into a deep corner.
Now it's Amanda Sargent with a serve. There's a dig. Still alive on Trojan's ball, and wow,
great
what a way to
hustle.
save that. And a big swing there by number 4, Haley Wolf. And that's why they call it volleyball, back and forth volleying, and a great effort there, just fell short for the Trojans.
Great defense by the Trojans, something that's pretty much trademark with their coaches. They have them in the right place, the right time.
Miley Orman back for the serve for Spring Grove. There's a big swing by Ileana Rogers.
Good dig by Rogers. Well placed tip.
For the pancake there, Amanda Sargent just came up short. And a 2-point lead right now for York Suburban. 15-13 right now. You're watching the opening set here of the county championships.
Nice pass.
Big swing there by number 28, McKenna Stockton, the outside hitter junior. You mentioned earlier about strategy, and there is strategy. It's like a chess match, whether you're watching ball, even football. And we're seeing that on display tonight, the county championship. Back and forth, John. I mean, I want to remind our fans that are tuned in at home, don't go anywhere. I got a feeling, John, it's going to be close like this throughout tonight's game.
I'd like to see 5 games. We'll see.
A 5-set thriller by my broadcast partner, John Turpak, hoping. And a miss there by Zoe Haynes. And now Spring Grove just down by 1. As Maddie Rowland back to serve for Spring Grove, a Kutztown commit, will be playing there next year.
Good defense by the Rockets. Free ball. Perfect pass.
That swing, there's that kill by Zoe Haynes.
As you pointed out earlier, the lefty hitting off this side, it's tough. It challenges the block a little different, and she's got so much height.
Yes, she does.
Translated to a point there.
Well
Great
over
set,
6 feet tall, as is Ileana Rogers, and quite the presence on the front line there for York Suburban.
Agreed.
And net there by number 3, Nevaeh Wolf.
Yeah, Nevaeh's looking for the sharp cut there. Just obviously has to get it over the net. She had the right idea. Just need to put a little bit more on it.
Back to serve now for York Suburban, Madeline Trimmer, a junior for the Trojans.
Nice flat serve.
go. Haley Wolf with the kill.
Found that open spot down the line.
Mackenzie Boyer entering the game as number 12, Macy Baum, takes a seat. 2-point lead right now for York Suburban.
Nice serve.
Haley Wolf serve.
Full swing by Rogers. Nice defense.
Out.
And linesman.
Yeah, it's fun watching Ileana Rogers. She's not afraid to swing, and she really brings the boom. You may have to check the floor every once in a while for some cracks on the hardwood there.
Agreed.
And conversely, Haley Wolf as well for Spring Grove. Grace Hare with a serve. And a point goes to York Suburban, a 4-point lead, John.
The few matches I've watched Spring Grove, they tend to come out a little flat sometimes. They've lost a few of the first games, so if I'm a Spring Grove fan out there watching it, I'm not really too concerned about it. You know, I think the coaches will get it dialed in, and these girls will start serve receiving a little better and running their offense.
Right now, a timeout called by head coach Liz Ziegler of Spring Grove. Right now, it'll be a minute timeout, and John, it's probably a good time to mention our sponsors tonight. Well, starting off with your company, S3 Performance Training. One of our sponsors tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate that. S3 Performance Training has been around since 2014, Todd. We work with youth, high school, college student athletes. We've really enjoyed what we've been able to do with local youth student athletes. We had a lot of kids from Central Football over the years. We work with Dallastown Football. We have a coach at Red Lion Area School District. To the best of my knowledge, it's the only school district that employs a full-time company like ours to do that. So to be able to come out here and watch these kids play sports, regardless of the sport, whether it's volleyball tonight or football on Friday, it's really exciting for me and very rewarding.
No doubt about it. Also, Chris Watson of the Schmuck Lumber Company. Been around since 1852, serving the Hanover, Gettysburg area. And Bob and Terry Ormond, the whole way from North Carolina, they're sponsoring tonight's game. We thank you, all our sponsors tonight. We're back to action here as Grace Hare served it up. Kenzie Boyer's shot's blocked at the net and out of bounds. Volleyball is such a game of momentum swings, as you mentioned earlier, John. And that serves out.
I almost yelled out from my old volleyball days. I don't want to influence the game though, Todd.
No, well, we're kind of high atop the gymnasium here, so and it's fairly loud inside high school gym here at Dallastown.
That was a nice
Ileana Rogers. And again, John, you may want to go down and check that hardwood floor out.
Ball might be deflated. It might be at the Tom Brady pressure.
There you go. Deflate gate 2.0
yes, sir.
Here. As Anna Titter is back to serve here at the end line for York Suburban. 5-point lead for the Trojans.
Perfect pass.
Hit out of bounds there by number 19, Miley Ormond. 2 points away from securing the first set here, John. Oh, big shot there by number 28. Big kill by McKenna Stockton. Making her presence there known in the middle.
Yeah, once again, down to the passing, the serve receive. That overpass, she took advantage of it, put it away. And Suburban's in a prime position right now to take this first game.
Yeah, timeout called by Spring Grove, Liz Ziegler right now. Spring Grove on the ropes a little bit, to use a boxing analogy. But again, the momentum swings in this game can kind of go back and forth. So fans that are tuned in tonight with your bottled water and popcorn in front of your fireplace, don't go anywhere. It's going to be an exciting match. And we want to remind our fans, we're going to be back this Friday. We're going to switch gears a little bit from girls volleyball to football, Division I football, as York High Bearcats travel to Central York, and really the main event matchup this Friday between two of the top teams in Division I, John.
I'm really excited about that. I coached a lot of the kids on last year's Central team. There's still about 5 or 6 left on this year's team. York High is extremely talented, well coached. Jaheim White's somebody to watch. Obviously, Bo Prabula at Central. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys at the game on Friday.
We'll have a big contest this Friday. Tune in to Sports Shooting Stars this Friday. But now we're back to action here as Anna Titter serves the ball up here. And a kill there by Nevaeh Wolf. That was set point for York Suburban. John,
correct.
go ahead.
24-18. If you've ever played volleyball rally scoring style, this is a big deficit. She basically has to rattle off, 8 serves here, at least 7. And ball was never over.
No, it was never over, and we have a great vantage point here as we're kind of set up high atop the gymnasium here at mid-court.
Nice serve. Free ball opportunity. They need a good pass here.
Maddie Rowland with the set.
Ooh, net violation.
Net. And now, right now, Spring Grove, John, only down by 2 in the first set.
She needs 4 more to stay in so we can keep the game going here.
Nevaeh back to serve. And out of bounds there by Madeline Trimmer. And a timeout called by head coach Sonia Geyer. Probably a smart move there as they're starting to kind of make a rally here.
Yeah, I think she's probably telling them right now is like, hey guys, we need 1 point. We just need 1 pass, 1 set, 1 spike, or hopefully the other team serves out. So she's just got to calm the Trojan girls down right now, and they just have to play their ball game. They just need 1 point to close out this first game.
We mentioned earlier in a pregame the coaching staffs for both teams, very experienced. Assistant coach Amanda Schauk, along with Sonia Geyer, a lot of years in volleyball, and on the opposite side there at Spring Grove, Liz Ziegler and Sammy Strasbaugh.
Sammy Strasbaugh. You see it in their players too. These kids are well coached. They're in the right positions at the right time. They're explosive athletes. I know Spring Grove does some strength and conditioning, as all schools should, quite frankly, during the season. So their girls are strong, they're robust, they're healthy. Let's see where this lands on this first game as Spring Grove lines up for the serve.
Yep, and Nevaeh Wolf back to serve here, the end line.
Good serve.
And out of bounds there, John. And again, Spring Grove creeping back into this.
Well, I guess if you're in a hole, having one of the Wolf sisters back at the service line is not a bad thing.
Still alive there. And a big kill, and nice placement there. A kill for Ileana Rogers. And with that, they'll secure the first set of this championship game.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we'll have some exciting banter between the student sections here. As you heard York Suburban, we can't hear you.
Yes, I think I've located the Suburban student section, and now the Spring Grove student section is responding.
That's what makes this game so much fun, is especially with fans allowed back into the stands, John, this year, post-COVID of sorts, and to have the fans back in and the student sections, whether it's here for volleyball or Friday night football.
There's no substitute. Despite the great job that you guys have done and the schools have over the last year with COVID and the online games, there's really no substitute for being out here at a match, especially something of this caliber with 2 undefeated teams. The energy is just awesome.
I do want to make mention also, when we took another break, we mentioned the Orman family watching from North Carolina as a sponsor. We mentioned S3 Performance, Schmuck Lumber Company, and I would be remiss in not mentioning Thad Shaw of Cyber Safari. His daughter plays for Central York Panthers volleyball team and is a huge supporter of Central York Panthers program. Cyber Safari is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business founded in 2017. They're owned and managed by military vets who believe in solving our clients' difficult problems. As a trusted solutions provider, Cyber Safari delivers reliable support services to clients to private and commercial businesses. You can contact them at cybersafari.us or contact them at info@cybersafari.us.
Yeah, quick shout out to Thad Shaw, one of my favorite volleyball dads. He coached football with me back in the day at the Yorktown Patriots many, many years ago. Is an avid supporter of sports. His son plays football. His daughter Taya, outstanding volleyball talent. I know Thad wishes that it was Central
they would be here
playing against Spring Grove again tonight for the 3rd time. But again, we appreciate his support just for the game in general.
And Thad, I'm sure he's getting ready for the first round of districts that will be taking place Thursday as they play host to Exeter this Thursday at Central York.
Yes, that's correct. I believe Central is the 5th seed and Exeter's the 12th.
12th, yep. And as the lower seed, they'll host the playoff game, at least in the opening round. York Suburban will be hosting a playoff game, as will Spring Grove, as districts will heat up just right after the county championships here, John.
Central's a senior-laden team, and Coach Nate Ocasio will have them ready for that match, especially at home, so I look forward to that.
Yeah, 11 seniors on that team, and
Correct.
They have such a deep, rich program there led by Nate Ocasio. There won't be any drop-off next year for the Central York Lady Panthers.
I agree.
No rebuilding there, just maybe some retooling for the Lady Panthers of Central.
Well, as you saw, his center of the future got to play the last couple of games due to an injury to the starters. So
Abby Stifler was out with an injury.
correct. Taryn Peters.
Taryn Peters,
Yes.
and there was no drop-off there at the center position.
Nah, she did a great job.
And we're back here. It's going to be first serve here in the second set for Spring Grove. Nevaeh Wolfback gets the ball over.
Good hustle by Hare. Deep corner by Rogers. Free ball.
And the dump and a block by Ileana Rogers. Big swing there by Rogers.
Great defense.
And the point goes, great. Back and forth action, John. I think the fans and the viewers at home are going to get their money's worth in tonight's match.
Absolutely. Looks like that ball just didn't go over.
Back to serve, Anna Titter for Spring Grove. Gets the ball over. Nice dig there by the Lady Trojans. The big swing there by Ileana Rogers and adds to her kill total, John. And Thad Shaw's watching tonight. In between calling the game, our YouTube chat is on and present. Thank the fans for tuning in and communicating with us. And that ball's out of bounds for York Suburban. That'll give Spring Grove their first point here in the second set. If you joined us just into the second set here, York Suburban won the first set. They have a 1-0 lead. Just started the second set. Thanks for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. As Mackenzie Boyer back to serve. A big swing there, and it's still alive there, John.
Great up. Good effort. And Boyer back at the service line. Game's tied up at 2. Nice flat serve.
And Ileana seems to find that spot every time when she's there to hit, and she's back now.
Yeah, she pushed it right down the line into that open spot.
Back to serve now for York Suburban, Ileana Rogers. And that was in on the back, just on the back row there, end line. Great placement by Spring Grove. Ties things up right now in the second set, John, 3-3. As Miley Orman is back to serve for Spring Grove.
Overpass.
And a little tip in there by
Good awareness.
Rowland.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the point and the lead right now. Miley Orman, I saw her mother, Jen Orman, pre-game here in attendance tonight.
Good save by Zoe Haynes. Cross court.
Ooh, big block at the net. And that matchup with Zoe Haynes at number 4, Haley Wolf, is a fun one to watch, John.
Absolutely, that was a nice solo block.
And back to serve, Miley Orman, a junior for the Spring Grove Lady Rockets. Big swing there by Rogers. Going to send Amanda Sargent back to serve.
What an asset to have to be able to set the back row and have an extra hitter.
Block at the net and out of bounds.
Wolf was able to use that block off of Zoe Haynes.
Maddie rolling back to serve. Ball over, and there's Zoe Haynes.
Touch.
And a touch there by Macy Baum in the back row. Will give Suburban the point. As Julia Shiflett prepares to serve for York Suburban. Big swing there, and a nice dig by Eliana Rogers.
Back set, dink, and goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Good hustle.
Spring Grove's point and lead right now, 7-5. It's Haley Wolf. Back to serve for Spring Grove.
Overpass.
Nice dig there. Just not enough for York Suburban. The point goes to Spring Grove's side. There's a swing there by
Nice
Zoe Haynes.
defense by Ormond.
Nice recovery there by Ormond, and net. The point goes to York Suburban. Madeline Trimmer back for the serve. Defensive specialist and a libero junior for York Suburban.
Nice defense.
Yeah, great defense by Spring Grove.
Back to the middle. See if they can use this. And they do.
In, just in on the end line there. Wow. Great placement by Spring Grove, John. A tremendous amount of talent on display in tonight's county championship, and rightly so, the two best teams left in the county.
Absolutely. Oh, that ball hit the floor.
Oh, it hit the floor, yeah. A nice effort by Madeline Trimmer. Just comes up short, and a 4-point lead now for Spring Grove, 10-6. We're in the second set here. It's John Turpak, Todd Edwards, Stu Jones here behind the camera. And we thank you for tuning into tonight's broadcast. And a touch. And
the ball was out, but they do call a touch on that. Probably off the top of the block. Again, that long reach by Eliana Rogers.
And no instant replay at this level, unlike at the collegiate level. So
just in your mind, Todd.
Yes,
just in your mind.
Grace Hare back to serve. A 4-point lead now for Spring Grove as Nevaeh Wolf gets ready to serve.
Back row hit.
And there's Haley Wolf's name mentioned again for Spring Grove. Her and her twin sister never come out. They're always out there on the floor for the full game.
I feel like there's four of them. Every time I look back at the service line, I think there's another Wolf back there.
Into the net there.
Yeah, it ran a little stack play. It just looked like the timing was off a little bit. I'm sure they'll talk it out, and Grace Hare will have the next set ready.
A 6-point lead now. Spring Grove.
Short serve, excellent placement. A little low. Going outside.
Still alive, John. Oh, wow. Right down that line, too, John. A great shot by Rogers. And give York Suburban the serve here. Back to serve Anna Titter. setter and defensive specialist, a junior for York Suburban. And the dump, and the successful dump this time.
Absolutely.
By setter Maddie Rowland, who I mentioned earlier will be going to Kutztown University next year to play volleyball.
What a great time for the dump off a perfect pass.
Yeah.
Defense isn't ready. Blockers are a little flat-footed. Point for the Rockets.
And Macy Baum back to serve for Spring Grove. And Madeline Trimmer kind of knew it. Yeah, she kind of accepted that shot there, out of bounds. Point goes to York Suburban.
Yeah, it's a nice off-speed shot that caught the defense on their heels.
Ileana Rogers back to serve. A 6-point lead for Spring Grove here in the second set. If you joined us late, York Suburban won the first set. Out of bounds shot there by Miley Orman. There'll be York Suburban's point. Yeah, both ADs in the house, Matt Marshall and Josh Lookenball tonight. Not sure if Spring Grove's ADs here, but Dallastown and York Suburban's ADs are present for tonight's county championship game. Out of bounds. Point goes to Spring Grove.
Ormond started us off with a pretty good rally at the beginning of the game. Let's see if she can get something started here.
Yeah, still alive.
Ooh, tight set. Ooh.
Out of bounds. A lot of back and forth. Point goes to York Suburban. Amanda Sargent.
Sargent, yep.
Back to.
It's a good serve.
A little dump of sorts there for number 4, Haley Wolf, and the point goes to Spring Grove.
Yeah, that was excellent placement. She basically is watching the block and then can see the defense, the open hole behind them, and just place the ball right over there.
Maddie rolling back for the serve. Talk about that placement again, John. 2 plays in a row, 2 points in a row now for Spring Grove, and a 7-point lead, and it's a timeout call by head coach Sonia Geyer. York Suburban going to think things over, John.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about strategy. I mean, every defense has a soft spot. Obviously, these coaches have done their research. They know where it is. They've communicated that to their players. You see a lot of line shots by Spring Grove. It's most likely because, Suburban is probably blocking for the cross court. Challenging their players, the Spring Grove players, to see if they can hit the line, and so far the Wolf sisters have. So it's nice to see this strategy going on between both teams.
It's a chess match we mentioned earlier.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing that on display tonight here with the two best teams, undefeated teams here on the court here at Dallastown, and looking forward. And again, we mentioned earlier, one team's going to walk away with the medal tonight, the other team with their first loss.
I guess they'll both get medals, but one will definitely have a loss, right? Do they give a second place medal?
I believe they may get that medal, but yes, the second place medal. But
either way, it'll be their first loss. But you know what? What I would take away from whichever team loses today is the experience of having that. Get them hungry, get them ready for districts, get them ready hopefully for states. I mean, these guys are number 1 and number 3 in the state, and number 1 and number 2 in the district. So they're going to be playing for several more weeks now.
And who knows? Maybe in districts there'll be a rematch between these two teams. As they say in the broadcast business, stay tuned. And we're back to action here.
Big cross-court shot.
Stockton.
Yeah, absolutely.
As she checks out.
Both these teams are getting contributions from other players, you know, more so than the normal 2 or 3. That's very important in a close match like this.
Julia Shiflett back to serve for York Suburban. And a block at the net, and a Spring Grove point.
Yeah, Nevaeh powered that through the block.
Haley Wolf back to serve. And a dig there by Shiflett.
Nice defense.
Just maybe a little miscommunication, John, on that play.
Yeah, I think normally they're going to want the girl in the opposite, number 8, probably to take that ball to set up the power side hitter, Boyer. But again, just lack of communication, no big deal. Still up by 6.
Yeah, Spring Grove in the driver's seat right now in the second set.
Nice back
Big
set.
swing there. And out of bounds. And the point goes to Spring Grove, and a 7-point lead right now, 20-13. As number 22, Katie Brandt, the libero, comes back to serve for Spring Grove, a senior. Into the net there, Haley Wolf's shot.
That's a tough shot to have the set coming from behind you over your shoulder. Good attempt. Still up by 6.
Yeah, a comfortable lead right now for Spring Grove here in the second set. York Suburban won the first set. Still plenty of volleyball left here to go. And he rolling with a set and the block of the net. There by Amanda Sargent.
Let's see if Spring Grove mixes it up a little bit now. They have 3 capable hitters, maybe Ormond, maybe Boyer. Gets the next set.
Grace Hare back for the serve. York Suburban. There's Mackenzie Boyer's shot, and that's out of bounds.
They were looking for the touch, Todd.
And it
didn't get it.
And again, no instant replay, no challenge cards here.
No. It's a little salesmanship.
Out of bound hit there.
Again, they were looking for the touch.
Yeah,
but
again, back-to-back plays looking for the touch, and no go for Spring Grove. And a timeout called by head coach Liz Ziegler. They're going to think things over now for the minute timeout.
Yeah, no, in the first game, probably not a big deal. Now we're getting into the second game. Spring Grove certainly doesn't want to go down 2-0. They've had some tough matches. I believe last night they were down 0-1 and then 2-1 to York Catholic, but they fought back. Obviously, the caliber of play here with Suburban is a little bit higher, so this is not a position they want to be in where they possibly lose the second game.
Doubt about it. Spring Grove opened things up with a win against Delone Catholic, and then last night they'll win against the other Catholics, York Catholic. And a real thriller here. I mean, York Catholic had this Spring Grove team on the ropes, John, last week.
Absolutely.
But of course, Spring Grove prevailed. That's why they're here tonight in the county championships. And again, we mentioned Central York pushed this York Suburban Ball Club too. I mean, you get down to that final 4 best teams. Now we're here with the 2 best teams left.
I expect to see all of the semifinalists win their first or second round matches at districts.
Grace Hare back for the serve. The block at the net.
Good cover.
Still alive and out of bounds. That point will go to Spring Grove. They extend their lead now to 4, 21-17.
That was nice coverage by the libero, keeping that play alive.
Nevaeh Wolf back to serve for Spring Grove.
Good placement.
Effort there by Julia Shiflett, out of bounds.
That was a nice cut by Boyer. I'll tell you what, the Spring Grove libero played lights out on that last series.
And that's Katie Brandt who's on the court right now. And a timeout called by York Suburban.
Football fans out there will appreciate that sometimes these strategic timeouts are to ice the person serving, cause a little extra stress. Being that it's one of the Wolf girls back at the line, I don't think that's going to work on her, so maybe they're just talking up a little bit of strategy.
Yeah, and while we have a break in the action right now, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Bob and Terry Ormond, watching us from North Carolina tonight, Thad Shaw of Cyber Safari, Chris Watson of the Schmuck Lumber Company, and of course, I'd be remiss in not mentioning S3 Performance with my broadcast partner here, John Turpak, in the house. All sponsors for tonight's YAIAA Girls Volleyball Championship game and our first ever girls volleyball broadcast. I'm glad we could be part of it. Dude Jones here on site, working behind the scenes tonight as camera operator as we bring the game to you this Tuesday night. Remind our fans to tune in this Friday for the big football matchup between York High at Central York. Big week of broadcast excellence for
nice
Sport Shooting Stars. A block at the net. Combination of Amanda Sargent and Ileana Rogers in the front line there. Anna Titter back for York Suburban. And out of bounds. 23-18 right now, Spring Grove. Kenzie Boyer checking out. In comes Macy Baum, the sophomore for Spring Grove.
Just needs a couple of good serves here, Todd. We'll tie things up in one game apiece.
During the second set, Spring Grove. And a point goes to York Suburban. Still alive, John, in this second set. They're not going away anywhere. And right now, back to serve, Ileana Rogers. Nice dig by Ileana. Nice swing there by Kenna Stockton. And a tip and in. And now Spring Grove 1 point away, John. I think the Spring Grove fan base here sensing a victory here in the second set.
Yeah, the energy's picked up. One big serve here. Nice off speed.
Miley Orman back to serve for Spring Grove. In. What a shot there, just when you thought maybe this was over. Ileana Rogers thought has second thoughts here on her team.
Went right back to the bread and butter. It was a great placement shot by Rogers from the back row.
Amanda Sargent back to serve, short serve. And a tip, and it falls, and with that, John, a 25-20 win for Spring Grove.
I think we're just getting started, Todd.
So
it's a good warm-up game for both teams.
It may be that 5-set thriller, John. What do you think? Do you sense it maybe a 5-set thriller tonight for our viewers and fans?
I hope so. We want the fans to get their money's worth. We want that concession stand out there to crank up some revenue for the Wildcats.
Yeah, their Snack Shack. I know someone posted that on one of my threads on Facebook this week. The Snack Shack's available here for our fans inside the gymnasium. If you're watching in the comfort of your own home, maybe bottled water. Maybe you need something stiffer this Tuesday. And some food and beverage. And
I wouldn't be adverse to any fans that are here that are listening to this broadcast if they brought us up some food. You know, I wouldn't say no. I know Dude's been served some food at some football games.
Yes,
so,
he
you know.
has.
I wouldn't be upset.
No doubt about it.
Wouldn't be upset about that. Hey, I want to do a quick shout out to my partner at S3, Ron Johnson.
Who just had a birthday.
He had a birthday yesterday. He's 29 again.
29
with
all over again.
13 years experience, is my understanding.
Yeah, and prime playing condition too for maybe another round in the NFL.
I think he could take a couple snaps.
But again,
I think the Eagles might need him.
The Eagles may, no doubt about it. And with that, let's let's give a moment.
Well, you know, as a Cowboys fan, I'm not really concerned about your Eagles, but hey.
You could say maybe a rebuilding year for the Philadelphia Eagles, but Dallas certainly off to a hot start.
Rebuilding year. Come
we
on.
shift gears from volleyball to NFL.
That's what Deuce says.
Yeah.
Hey, Cowboys were undefeated this weekend. Bye week.
A bye week.
Of course, my Ravens season tickets went down the drain
I'm sure
after
they did after
the beating they took
loss.
from the Bengals.
Yeah. Take a moment right now to thank our sponsors, Bob and Terry Orman, who are watching us from North Carolina. Thanks for sponsoring tonight's county championship. Thad Shull of Cyber Safari. Check Thad Shull out at cybersafari.us, or you can contact them. Email information, info@cybersafari.us. Chris Watson of the Schmuck Lumber Company. Yeah, they've been serving the York and Adams County area since 1852. Yeah, you heard that right, 1852, well before the Civil War days, with lumber and building materials. They have an office in Hanover and Gettysburg. We mentioned S3 Performance Training, where they train anywhere from recreational athletes or aspiring D1 athletes, right, John?
Yeah, we really do. It's something that these kids really enjoy. These kids are coming to us on a regular basis without getting pushed by their parents. They just want to get better, and that's kind of our motto: is get 1% better. Each day, each week, each time they're in. I want to thank you guys too for the great job that you guys do. You mentioned some of the sponsors are tied into these programs. I think anyone out there watching, today, if there's a key event going on, sporting event that we think the population would like to see, they should reach out to you guys and maybe can get a couple sponsors together, much like you guys were able to do for tonight's contest.
So let the fans know the contact information for the sponsors are at the lower third of our broadcast.
Yeah, and want to emphasize our contact information for our sponsors are at the bottom third of the television screen that you're watching or on your mobile device. And with that, we're back here ready for the start of set 3 here as York Suburban kicks things off. That's Anna Titter with the serve.
Free ball. Let's see if the Rockets can use this.
Mackenzie Boyer with a big swing.
Big outside hit.
And the first point goes to Spring Grove. Spring Grove has 7 seniors on their team, but I have a feeling they're going to be service error there by Boyer. They're going to be retooling next year as well under Liz Ziegler. They're not going to be going anywhere, Spring Grove Rockets.
I don't think so. I think you got great coaching. You've got a nice foundation. We mentioned a couple of sophomores that are already contributing as starters.
Ileana Rogers back to serve.
Nice defense. Mishandled on the set. It's the first one we've seen tonight.
There's an attempted dig there by Katie Brand. A dig.
Little knuckleball caught her flat-footed.
Trying to kind of dig the ball out off the court there. Just for some viewers that may be tuned in wondering some of the terminology. A kill is essentially a swing. A big swing by a player for a point. And an attempted tip there by Haley Wolf, unsuccessful. And right now we talk about this game being momentum-based, John. 4-1 lead right now for York Suburban.
Yeah.
Rogers back to serve.
I think Zoe Haynes has seen that shot too many times. She just basically threw it down with a block.
Not going to fake her out at this point in the third set.
Nice swing by Ormond. Lefty runner by Hayes.
Nice placement there by Zoe Haynes. Another tall girl for York Suburban on the cusp of signing with Westchester University to continue to play volleyball.
Got a lot of high-level volleyball players in this contest today.
In this contest, in this area, and it's just with Ballyhoo, in your facility, volleyball program. There's Ileana Rogers out.
Little strong on that flat serve. Appreciate the comments, folks. Keep them coming in. We love the encouragement.
Miley Orman back to serve.
Ooh.
And a service error there.
That's 2 so far early in this third match.
We mentioned earlier, getting up those easy points, John. You want the team to work for their points.
For people who don't know volleyball, that's basically like a turnover. You're just giving the ball back to the other team, whether it be basketball, football, what have you.
Good swing.
And in. Point goes to York Suburban. And the setter, we're talking about some more terminology, is kind of like the quarterback on the volleyball court, John.
Absolutely. Quarterback on the football team, point guard on the basketball team. She runs the show.
Service error there, and kind of a back and forth matchup here.
We have a contest to see who can miss the most serves.
Maddie rolling back to serve. She's a senior for Spring Grove.
Oof.
Right over the net and over.
Nice
Big
shot.
kill there by McKenna Stockton as an outside hitter.
I'm really impressed with Stockton. She's definitely got bringing some good swings in, played some good defense. Again, the more depth, absolutely, the more depth you can have around Hare and Hayes and obviously Rogers, it's going to be key in the remainder of this matchup.
Julia Shiflett back for the serve. Big swing there. And Zoe Haynes kind of finding her groove right now, John. A 6-point lead for York Suburban. And clearly the momentum's on the side of the York Suburban Trojans right now here in the third set.
Absolutely. Nice roll.
Nice placement there for Spring Grove and a point. Macy Baum checking out as in comes Mackenzie Boyer, the sophomore for Spring Grove. Haley Wolf back to serve.
I haven't seen a dump by the setter for Suburban in a while. Let's see what happens. There it is.
There it is. You kind of called that. Nice call, John. And by number 10, Grace Hare, the setter.
That was what, like a misdirection?
Yeah, so Do, our cameraman, had a question, and basically a dump, when you get a perfect pass like that, the setter's in the front row, they're able to push the ball over, confuse the defense, a little flat-footed. Nice swing.
Attempt there by Madeline Trimmer. Comes up short as ball goes out of bounds. It will be Spring Grove's point. And there's the two-hand dump, and then there's the one-handed dump, too, when you're really talented. And you see that from time to time.
Or if you're super athletic, you just jump up and spike the ball. You see that a lot in the men's game. Rogers, big swing.
Rogers, and it will be York Suburban's point. 11-5 here. If you just joined us, each team split. First two sets, we're in set 3. The first team to win 3 sets will be your YAIAA County champions tonight here from Dallastown. Out of bounds there by
uncharacteristic miss hit.
The intent was there, it just went out of bounds there.
Yeah, it was going cross court. She just mishit the ball.
Grace
might have had her eyes on the court as she was swinging at it.
Grace Hare back, the setter for York Suburban.
Short serve, nice pass. Ormond with the push.
Nice set.
Yeah, I think that was a carry. Good call by the officials. You mentioned we have 4 top-level officials here tonight.
Yes.
That's what you get when you have a high-level contest. Nice serve.
Out of bounds, and it will be Spring Grove's point. It'll be fun, John, to see these teams advance into districts and states, and if they could bring home the state championship.
Yeah, the way I understand they line up in districts is they're 1 and 2, so they wouldn't see each other until the district championship game, which I hope happens, of course.
Which would be held right here in our area at Spring Grove. They're the 1 seed, York Suburban 2.
Correct. Another great serve. Free ball opportunity. Oh, she's going to get a roll from Rogers. Back row. Ormond on the slide. Good defense, keeps it in play.
And there's
free ball again. Oof. I don't think she was, nice placement. Another free ball.
Into the net, Mackenzie Boyer's kill, and it will be York Suburban's point. Checking out Julia Shiflett back in for York Suburban. McKenna Stockton, as Anna Titter will be back to serve.
Nice.
Miley Orma, we're calling her name as well for Spring Grove.
We are.
She'll
That was a
be
great
back next
use.
year. She's a junior.
Yeah. She really tooled that block, used the block very well. She's playing middle for the Rockets. Not the tallest one on the team, but definitely very athletic, has a great vertical and good placement. Now,
Macy
another
Vaughn
serve.
with the service error there. And
Yeah.
checking back in, Zoe Haynes for York Suburban.
She's a young player. She's got to shake that off. Otherwise, Suburban's going to serve this ball right towards her. Good swing. Lefty.
Out of bounds. Point goes to York Suburban.
A little more snap through on the wrist. I think those will find the court. 6-point lead. There it is. Good roll. Ooh. Officials see that. Side out. Ormond back to serve.
Coming back to, yeah. McKenna Stockton, we're calling her name. And she'll be back for the Suburban team as well. She's a junior.
She's a big jumper too, much like Ormond is for Spring Grove. Very athletic.
Sargent back for the serve. York Suburban. Little tip. There's a
Ooh,
dump.
there's the dump.
Highly effective on that one, John. By Grace Hare. Extends York Suburban's lead to 7. 17-10 here in the third set.
Nice defense by Rogers. A little tight, a little outside the antenna.
Outside, yep, and it'll be Spring Grove's point.
All right, senior Maddie Rulin back at the service line. Down 6, we're starting to get late into the game here. Need at least 3 points out of this possession.
Oh, and wow, I mean, just when you thought maybe they could gain some momentum, York Suburban said, no, not yet. And their serve here, Shiflett back to serve for York Suburban, and a timeout called by Coach Liz Ziegler.
Yeah, I think she sees her team sitting back on their heels right now, not communicating. That ball obviously should have been picked up by somebody. The girls were looking around each other.
A little flat-footed.
Yeah, I think Liz just wants them to clear their mind and make sure they understand this is not the match where you want to be doing that. You need to be going for every ball, 2 girls for every ball, if you will. Just make sure that you keep the ball off the ground, and I'm sure she'll get them motivated. They're down 7 points. There's still plenty of room left in this game for them to come back.
And again, we mentioned earlier, the first team to win 3 sets will be your York area county champions in volleyball.
I'm just psyched to see what Cade Burdett's putting together down there.
I see him hustling around here inside the gymnasium. First time, he told me pregame, first time he's filmed a volleyball match, and he was rather excited. And you know he puts out some great video montages there.
Cade
John.
visuals on Instagram and Facebook. I'll be staring at my phone the next 48 hours.
Waiting for the update from this one.
I'm sure my wife will let me hear about it, but...
Shiflett back for the serve for York
Good
Suburban.
serve.
Ooh, nice placement again by Zoe Haynes.
Can't teach height. She's just able to get up there and elevate, basically view the court, found the open spot in the 10-foot line on the opposite side here and put it away.
And the student section of York Suburban yelling, Zoe, Zoe. Rather excited to see her play tonight. Wow, another point and a 9-point lead now.
I think there's some miscommunication there. That set was supposed to be a little lower.
Shiflett back for another serve.
There you go.
There you go. Back into it here, Spring Grove.
Nice cross court.
It's going to send Haley Wolf back for the serve for Spring Grove. Checking back in, Mackenzie Boyer.
Yeah, Boyer's one of their taller players, so she's going to match up on the block against Zoe Haynes, see if she can do something.
It plays the outside and middle for Spring Grove. There's a
nice
shot by
defense. Get up. Oh, a little late, little late.
Yeah, we're seeing right now in this third set right now, it's been all York Suburban here.
Yeah, they've slowly chipped away and increased the lead. Every few reps, adding a couple extra points to in distance between the two teams. Spring Grove not in a good position right now. Certainly, it's not insurmountable, but they're going to need to take care of business right here.
And we want to remind our fans that are tuned in, still plenty of time. The first team to win 3 sets will be awarded the county championships. Right now, we're knotted up 1-1. A little battle there at the net. It will be Spring Grove's point.
Both teams getting a little passive, relying on the roll. If I were the coach, I'd just tell them to swing away right now if the set's good.
Katie Brandt back for serve, and a service error there. Not what Spring Grove needed, John.
Yeah, I'm not keeping stats here, but that might be 4 or 5 by Spring Grove.
And as you mentioned earlier, they're kind of like turnovers in football or basketball. Another net there for Mackenzie Boyer.
I'm not sure if she was trying to set Ormond on the quick set or Boyer. Either way, didn't work out for them. They need to get a side out right here.
Hare back for the serve for York Suburban. 2 points away from securing the third set. Nice dig there. There by York Suburban. It'll be Spring Grove's point. 23-14, York Suburban.
9 points, a big hole here, Todd.
Let's see what rally. I mean,
yeah, but you've got the right girl at the service line. Let's see what she can do.
There's a big swing there by Eliana Rogers. Set point here right now, John. 24-14 as Anna Titter's back to serve.
That's a, I felt a touch in there. You get a touch call over here.
I'll tell you what,
he
John,
called it in as well.
Point, it looked like it was out. They're calling it in. Spring Grove's point.
Well, and this official on the near side here did call a touch. So either way, a little bit of life still in Spring Grove.
They live for another play here. Kenzie Boyer back for the serve.
Good serve by Boyer. Good easy roll. Got to get a point here. And they do.
Oh, and a big swing there by Haley Wolf. 24-16 now.
So Boyer, the sophomore, just needs to stay calm here. She's got a big road to climb. Just needs to get those serves in. She looks like she's aiming for a deep 6 here.
Oh, big kill there by Haley Wolf. And Spring Grove creeping back into this, John. Mackenzie Boyer back for another serve. Still alive, John.
Oh, boy. Good set by Rogers and a roll, dump. Oh. Excellent job. Good cover defense.
Unbelievable, John, right now. Oh, what placement by Eliana Rogers. By Riley Zedek was out of bounds, and it will be York Suburban's point. Madeline Trimmer back to serve.
Yeah,
on the end line
could say they might be due for a timeout pretty soon.
And there it is. Timeout, Liz Ziegler.
Yeah, it's just uncharacteristic for them to be hitting so many balls out. I don't know if it's because they're being tentative or the set's not where they want it, their timing's off. I'm not really sure, but they need to get it fixed because 7 points in rally scoring is a challenge to come back from, especially against another quality team.
Yeah, both teams here, the two best teams from Danny and YAIAA on display tonight. We thank you for tuning in. It's John Turpak, Todd Edwards, Dude Jones here. We bring the game to you, Sports Shooting Stars. Thanks for tuning in. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, S3 Performance. We mentioned them, John Turpak, Thad Shaw of Cyber Safari. Yes, Cyber Safari. You can contact them at cybersafari.us or email them at info@cybersafari.us. Chris Watson of the Schmuck Lumber Company, 2 offices in Hanover and Gettysburg. And Bob and Terry Ormond, who are watching from North Carolina. Thanks for your sponsorship in tonight's county championship game. Hope everyone's enjoying this great game tonight. We're in the 4th set, 14-7 right now. York Suburban with the lead and the edge with 2 games to 1. Coming off the timeout here.
A little too much spin on the ball for the referee. He made that call on Matty Rulin. That's not what they needed, down by 8.
We're back here, fans. So we're having some audio technical difficulties here. Stay with us here on tonight's broadcast. We still have the camera rolling. Suburban serves. And a block on the net. The York Suburban, Kenzie Boyer. Ileana Rogers, a 10-point lead now, John. And is this an insurmountable lead for Spring Grove to come back down 10 in terms of rallying?
I mean, never say never, but every point that gets further along here, when you're up 8, 9, 10, it's going to be a big challenge. Neither of these teams have strung together 8, 9, 10 points the whole match, so to do it all of a sudden in the 4th game is going to be
What placement, John? By Anna Titter, and right now the York Suburban fan base can really feel it. Timeout called by Spring Grove head coach Liz Ziegler. And this fan base of the Trojans here are on their feet, making some noise, John.
Indeed they are.
Here with the start of the districts later in the week. I believe action gets underway on Thursday.
Yeah, I think Exeter visits Central on Thursday, as well as a few other matches. Obviously, there's a lot of representation, a lot of teams at all levels. York Catholic's going to be strong in the 2A, Spring Grove and York Suburban in the 3A, and then Central in the 4A.
I saw York Catholic that night push the Spring Grove team. They had them on the ropes early.
They did. Very talented team, well coached.
Madeline Trimmer back to serve, 18-7 right now. York Suburban.
Well, Spring Grove needed that.
Now down by 10. As Riley Zedek's back to serve for Spring Grove.
Going to Rogers.
Off the hands of Julia Shipwith. Spring Grove's point. And again, we mentioned earlier, Spring Grove's just got to kind of chip away at this lead right now.
Yeah, at this juncture, they're going to need 3, 4, 5 points each possession before they lose possession so they can make their way to 25 before Suburban does. Again, you've got one of your star players back at the service line. You really need to work on 3 or 4 points here.
Not what they needed, John. Extends York Suburban's lead to 10. 5 away from
Another good serve by Ormond. Back set to Hayes.
Grace there in the front line, along with McKenna Stockton. Overrated now, the student section. York Suburban yelling. Set point here for York Suburban, John. Still alive. And Spring Road still with life right now, down by 10, John, 24-14.
Yeah, I'll disagree with that overrated remark. I think these are both excellent teams. If you're a Spring Grove fan, unfortunately, Trojans came a little bit more prepared today. Congratulations to the York Suburban girls. I think you mentioned for both teams this would have been their first county championship. So congratulations to Coach Geyer, Coach Schauk, and the whole Trojan family. And I know we're going to see Spring Grove bounce back. Who knows what will happen in the state and district rankings? They'll probably just switch places. But either way, these girls are going to have a pretty long next couple of weeks, I'm sure, in the district and state playoffs.
Congratulations again to York Suburban, your 2021 YAIAA Girls Volleyball Champions. Well deserved here. Both teams came in tonight with perfect records. And so your Spring Grove suffers their first loss tonight, John.
Speaking of perfect, I don't know who would do for player or players of the game. So it was a lot of good play by the young ladies